Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. I have in the studio with me Sone. How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing, Kim?
I'm doing good, doing good. So glad
Excellent.
to have you on today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. We're talking about overcoming, how to overcome. And today, Sone is going to be sharing some information with us that we believe will be helpful to each of you as viewers. So go ahead and quickly grab your seats, your virtual seats. Make sure you invite a friend, tell people to be a part of the studio audience with you. Can you hear? I can hear myself twice. Can you
Oh, okay.
Or you know what? Maybe share if you share the broadcast
Uh-huh.
from the Facebook page, and
Okay.
then lower your device because I can hear it back through the thing.
Okay. Okay.
So everyone,
I'll do
actually,
that.
go ahead and take a moment and share this broadcast. Tag a friend. Don't get on here and just watch it yourself. When the people that have been coming on have been just so profound, their stories is so impactful. So make sure you share this broadcast with a friend, a family, tag someone, say, hey, jump on. You have to see this and hear this information. Okay. And so now you shared it as well.
I did.
All
I
right. So
just did.
your friends will be a part of it also.
I'm
So
gonna.
so today, Mr. Sone, I love that. I just love the swag about it. Sone, I'll say that like a lot. Sone is a licensed minister. He's been ministering for over 15 years, and he's
Yes.
now created a national anthem that helps people with some of the things that we're dealing with right now during this year of 2020. So welcome to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show, Sone.
Happy to be a part of it.
I'm so happy to have you. So happy to have you. So let's go ahead and jump right in. It's an hour, but I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to know who you are, where you came from. You got a whole different accent. It's a lot going on over there. So what's the vibe?
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
I'm from Jamaica. I'm from a little place in Jamaica called Rocky Point, and it's in the parish of Clarendon, and that's where I grew up. Spent most of my youth, all of my youth, really. I came to America when I graduated high school. So basically, I spent most of my youth in Rocky Point. Grew up grew up in a family well, two two families that were basically split. In the sense that one half, my father's half, they were into the dancehall and the reggae and all of that stuff, and then my other half, with my mom, my mother's mom, my grandmother, she was into the church and so on, and so when I was living with one half, I was a whirly, and when I was living with the other half, I was a Christian.
That is so funny. So then you actually publicly tell her, you're like, I was just totally riding the fence.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, over here, I'm going to be like the Romans. Over here, I'm going to be like these
yeah,
Romans.
yeah, yeah.
That's funny.
So that was interesting in terms of my upbringing, and I think it helped fashioned a lot of what I do today and who I am, really,
Okay.
because I am able to relate well to someone who is into the dancehall or into that kind of a culture, and I can also relate well to the person who's known church for all their lives, and that's all they know, really, because as I said, I couldn't miss church. Two things that I couldn't miss. I couldn't miss church, and I couldn't miss school. And whenever the sound system, my family had a sound system, called Turbosonic,
Okay.
and it so happened that a lot of the big artists back in the 90s, would come around. Cocotee, a lot of the big artists, some of the big singers from that era, would come around the sound system
Yeah,
and voice dub plates, or just come down to have fish or lobster or conch, because Rocky Point was a fishing village,
that's
and
right.
so we had a lot of seafood all the time, and that's what my family was into as well, the seafood. And so the artists would come down and enjoy that. And so I got to see them and see them in their element as well. So that just kind of, I guess that was kind of the early stages of the seeds being sown as
Right.
far as me being, interested in the music and having that appetite and passion for it too. So I would be around the sound and try to do what the selectors would do and so on. And that was like my early stage and age, in
Let me ask
music.
a question. Let me ask a question here. So your mom, she's the church woman, and
Yes,
dad's
yes.
like, come on, let's get your groove on. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
hey. So my question is, how did you split when you said you were over there, you were doing that, and over there you were doing that?
So
How difficult was that for you to be able to pretty much live two lives?
yeah, it was at that time. It wasn't difficult because I was a kid. I was going to dance hall when I was like 4 years old.
Okay.
Sleeping on the beer boxes as they would as they were back in the day. Back in the
Right.
day, they would have beer boxes that you would have a crate of beer in. Like whatever 24 or however
Right.
many came in
Right.
it at that time. So I would be there with my grandmother just inside the area where the persons were playing the music, sleeping there with her, and she would just bring me everywhere that the song is playing. So it to me it wasn't unusual for me at all. I didn't see it as such, anyways. I was too
Right. Just live
innocent.
the life that you had. Right.
Yeah, I was too innocent to know better or to know that whether it was right or wrong
Right.
or whatever. It was just something that I did, and then when I started high school, actually I got saved when I started high school. I was 12 years old when I actually got saved, and I can safely say from that point on I did not go into a dance hall after I actually got saved.
But,
So
but
after that,
that vibe and that music is deep rooted in you because I've heard
I
your
al-
singles.
yeah, I
Good
already got
stuff.
I got that already, from the get-go. I had that. So I
So
took
that's
that with
embedded
me.
in you now, right?
Yeah, embedded there, right there. So,
That's good.
and what was funny was, when I got saved, that was the era when Papa San, Stitchy, Prodigal Son, Jason Mighty and DJ Nicholas and some of those guys started doing. That's when the reggae gospel era kind of took off
Good.
away. So it was perfect timing for me because then I could listen to those guys and enjoy that kind of music because it was like that was the kind of music I was listening to before. So now they're just put gospel lyrics to it, and it was a blessing for me. So I was able to grow up on Stitchy and Papa San and Prodigal Son and DJ Nicholas, and that was just awesome for me.
Awesome. People are already chiming in and saying stuff. So let's see. Uh Delroy said, big up, Sone. I think I said it how you probably typed it. Big up, Sone.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually a bona fide friend of mine from Rocky Point as well. So folks from my community are chiming in, are chipping in right now. So
Oh yeah,
so
make
good.
sure you guys tell all of the Jamaican Rocky Point crew to go ahead, and I don't know, like in Newport News, Virginia, we do 757. That's we rep our area code. I don't
Hmm.
know what do you guys do in Jamaica?
The entire Jamaica is 876. So
Oh wow, okay.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
everybody hashtag 876. Let's hashtag 876. Get 876 in the house today.
yeah, man.
Go ahead and hashtag everybody. Tell them that the Jamaica is here in the house through Sone representing and
Hashtag Rocky Point as well.
Rocky Point. Yeah, make sure
The hometown.
make sure that hometown is here. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Delroy, tag people. Tell everybody to get here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Joe Duncan says, laugh out loud in the world, but not of the world.
indeed, indeed,
Is
indeed,
there an
indeed.
American gospel artist that you'd like to work with, Sone?
Um, yes, yes. I can say I love the work that I see Ty doing. Ty Tribute, that is.
Oh yeah, I love Ty Tribbett.
Obviously, he's big artist and all of that. But I love what he does,
Yeah,
and he has found a balance between ministering to the youth and also staying relevant with the more seasoned Christians. So he
that's
he
good.
he has found that balance, and I like how he presents his message in his music as well, make it relevant, and also staying true to the word. So I like what he's doing musically. I don't know him personally. I shared stage with him once at the Church of God National Convention in
Okay.
Orlando, about 2 years ago. And it was a very, very, very good event, and I loved his ministry as well. So I
Yeah.
don't know him, but I would, that I like what he does. I like what he is doing. I really, really do. And when he's on stage, such energy, such,
Oh yeah.
he's like
Go
so
give me
pumped.
my stuff back. Everything
Yeah,
the devil stole, give my stuff back. He was going in. I got the victory. That was one of my sons. My son that passed away. He loved that. I got the VICTORY. I got the
yeah,
victory. He loved jumping around the house singing that song. So he has a lot of passion and excitement. And now he has the single that's saying we're gonna be all right. And
hmm,
that kind of speaks to everything that's
yes, yes.
happening right now. When you think about everything that's happening in our society, what comes to mind for you? Because there's been a lot going on.
Um, it's hard not to see what's happening and not be, you know, brokenhearted about a lot of the things that we are seeing,
Right.
and you know you kind of have to sit back or step back and look at what's happening and think to yourself, what can we do differently? How can
Right.
what are the things that we can do to make a substantial change? Because it does seem as though we've gone through many different phases. We've gone through
Mhm.
the phase where we're trying to be compliant and trying to do exactly what they asked us to do.
Mhm.
And then we're going through the phase now of, hey, we are tired of being compliant. We've been compliant and we're still being persecuted, for want of better words.
Mhm.
And so we're at a stage right now where it's almost leading up to something dangerous or catastrophic, because you don't really see the law working equally for
Right.
everyone. You would hope that it's everything is equal across the board, but unfortunately that's not the case. How some folks are dealt with is vastly different from how others are, and you can see it clearly in even the cases with the shootings and with the polices and so on, and nobody is saying that every police is bad or anything like that,
No.
but we are seeing unbalance effect on our people of our skin color, where either we're being targeted or where we're just dealt with differently. And so it is a bit sad in a way, and also you can see morsels of hope, because as believers, we try to see hope in every situation, and
That's right. That's right.
we're almost trained to see hope,
Yeah.
because the biggest moment of hope for us as believers is when Jesus was actually on the cross. That was our biggest moment of hope, because we
That's
knew
right.
that him dying, what it would result for us. And that was a very bad situation. He was put amongst thieves. He was nailed to cross amongst thieves, and he didn't deserve it, but it still represented hope, our biggest hope as believers.
Mhm.
So, me saying this is to say that, hey, things might not be going as well as we would want it to right now.
Right.
But at sometimes, some folks say, when the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory, and
That's
and
right.
and the darkest part of the night, it's when daylight is almost coming. So I would like to think that daylight is on its way.
That's
As the
beautiful.
word would say, weeping may endure for a night, but joy
Right.
cometh in the morning. So I would like to believe that our daybreak is on its way.
And even though I'm not your manager by no means over here, but I just that's a song title. Daylight is on the way.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, go ahead and do something with that.
I'll take that.
Or daybreak is on the way, because that
Yes.
just was like kind of going into my spirit when you were saying that. And as a artist, you could tell you write lyrics and everything, because you were saying that in almost like a song manner, because people that are just out here in society, we don't have that level of elegance and eloquence when it comes to the wording, but you were able to put that so wonderful. I've just never heard it that way. So
thank you.
it's inspiring.
I thank you. I kind of take pride in that too. You know, I love utilizing my words. I try to be skillful at words, you know, and so you know, that's that, and then I put that into my songs too. When I go to write, I try to be creative with it, and also try to, you know, ensure that, you know, what I'm saying is tied in with the word, and not just saying words for saying words' sake, but saying words that are potent and are gonna have an impact on somebody's life, you know. So, and that's a gospel. That's a gospel, really.
That's a blessing, is what that is. My mom is on, and she said, "Sone." She hyphen in between in the end. She's like, "Oh yes, that's awesome." Hey, Mom.
God bless you, Miss Ella.
Delroy said, "Amen, brother. Amen."
Indeed.
So I can tell that you definitely inspire people. What now? It is. You have brown skin color here in the United States, but then you come from Jamaica. It's very different situations. So how is it for you coming here and being technically a Black man here in the United States? And so you get the same type of stuff that happens, you know, or whatever goes on from what people receive, or the treatment that different people may feel. And I always have to be very careful too, because my platform is one that I don't want to ever try to come across like everybody's bad, because everybody's not, and we understand.
No, yeah,
but do you
want to make that clear too.
anything that you personally experienced in the United States that maybe people that are your friends, Delroy, and different people back home don't experience? Is there a difference from your perspective, or not really?
There is a major difference, but I can't say I've had any encounters, either with the law or with any. I've had, you know, encounters with individuals who really don't appreciate me for simply because, you know, of my skin tone,
Right.
and not in a way where it would get to a point where I see them or view them, you know, in a particular way either, and it's not something that has, you know, it's a big thing. It's not. It's almost like, you know, you go to the restaurant or you go to the store, and you would say hi to somebody, and they don't even, you know, look at you. From the Caribbean, yeah, from the Caribbean, you know, we grew up and we're taught, you know, to be, you know, respectful, really, to everyone, especially persons who are older. And so, you know, when we wake up in the morning, we see somebody, we say good morning, we say good evening. You know, that's how we're taught. And so, you know, being here and doing that, carrying out those same exercises, and then, you know, folks, you know, looking at you like you're crazy or not even paying attention to you, you see it like that. But I personally don't experience. I haven't experienced anything with the law, that would be so vastly different from what someone in Jamaica would experience. But obviously, my experience is not the typical experience either. I live in Florida right now, and Florida is a very diverse state.
Yes,
You know, every every race is down here, and so it's a mixture of, you know, race and you know, ethnic groups and so on. So I believe that our experience even down here is different in a lot of ways. But I do know that, you know, other persons have very different experiences than I do, and than we do in Florida. And in Jamaica, you know, like my friend Delro, I don't even think I don't even think I've ever thought about race when I was in Jamaica. I've never thought about
That's
race
what I was
ever.
wondering. That's actually what I was wondering. Do you even have that thought in Jamaica, or
Not once. In Jamaica, it's not we don't have racial issues. We have class issues. Where you have the rich people and then the middle
right,
class and
right?
then lower. That's what we have in Jamaica. Not a race, not an issue of race, not at all.
Wow. Okay, that's a good point. Good point. That's what I thought. I figured that's what I was kind of getting at, but I wasn't sure if
Okay.
that's where you would take it, and that's good. But the thing is, you were with these two families growing up, which all one family unit at the end of the
Hmm.
day,
Hmm.
because they both birthed you. When did you grab hold to this dream or passion of this is what I'm going to do? This is who I am. I'm going to sing. I'm going to bring hope to the world through music. When did that happen for you?
So let me share this experience, how I got saved really. So one night before I went back to school. So I got saved when I was 12. So I was starting high school, or my second year in high school, I think. And so they were praying for children who were going back to school, because that's what they do. Pastors
Right.
pray for children who
Yes, we do here too.
yeah, yeah. So I was there, and the pastor preached, and honestly, I don't know what the pastor was preaching about. Pastor Osborne, the pastor of the Church of God of Prophecy in Rocky Point at the time.
Okay.
And so I went to the altar, and he prayed, and so on. And then I found myself just crying, just for absolutely no reason that I can
Mhm.
detect. I was just crying and crying and for no reason. And it was a conviction that was beyond anything that was said to me before or during the service or anything like that. I just know that I was overwhelmed by something. I
Right.
didn't have any. I couldn't. There was no stress. There was no problems. There was no issues. There was nothing for me to say. This is the reason why I was overwhelmed. Or there was nothing. I was on cloud nine. I was
Right.
happy. I was going back to school. Everything was beautiful. My family setup, was beautiful. I wasn't lacking of anything. Everything was beautiful. So,
Right.
I could safely say that it was a conviction of the Holy Spirit, and I decided then to give my life to the Lord, and serve Him at that point. And so, the church was such that they would be open to the young people doing just about anything. They were open to us, exercising our youthful freedom, and we would dance, we would sing on choir, we would do skit drama and all of those things. We would do every single thing. We had our own night, or youth night, and so on. So we would just have fun and be ourselves.
Right.
And so because of that kind of helped to grow this passion that I already have. And then they would do things like concerts, or what they call a rally, and then we would have an opportunity to sing and our DJ. And a friend of mine, he was a writer in the camp at the time, Jason Bramwell. He
Okay.
goes, he's Jason Royal, because he has a couple of songs out right now. So he's from Rocky Point, from my church. So we grew up together, and now we are
Good.
doing music together too. So he was the writer at that point, and he would write some songs that would make us laugh, and so on, because that's the kind of person who he is too. So he would write, and we would perform songs on stage and so on. So that the passion was burning then. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do,
Right. Right.
but it was still there. I was still practicing and exercising these different gifts. And at the time as well, I was a football player, soccer, players, and so that eat up a lot of my time too. I played
Right.
for my high school team, and so on. So that was big for me then. And so we did that. We continued doing these things. And then when I finally came here to America, I met a friend of mine, Tim. And Natty Prince, he goes by now, because he's a singer as well. And so we teamed up, and we started doing music together, and we formed a group called Positive NRG.
Oh,
Uh,
wonderful.
And we did some nice songs, and we even got awards. We went to New York to get an award, and Hope and Lewis Award for best gospel duo or best new artist or something like. I don't remember the
Right, right.
it was a long time ago, but yeah. So we started doing music. I think that was like 2006. Yeah, about 2006. And from then, it just continued to grow. And a few years ago, we decided that we're gonna do some solo acts, and do some different kind of music. And that became, me being a solo artist, Sone. And
That's
my
good.
friend now, goes by Natty Prince. But and so we've just been working on music ever since. But the passion started from way, way, way back, and it materialized really in 2006 when we started really, really doing music as a duo.
That's
Positive
awesome.
Energy.
Now, let me ask you, do you encourage other young people that have their goals and their dreams, but they don't know they're like, they don't know, where do I even start? What advice
Yeah.
would you give them, Sone?
Here's what I would say. Firstly, just be busy. As a young person, just be busy, busy for God, busy doing some positive things. I when I was growing up, I was busy. As I said, I was busy doing everything. I was playing football, I was singing, I was dancing, I was doing drama, I
Good.
was doing everything that I could possibly do. So, what that did for me was it kept me out of problems.
That's
You
what I
know,
was wondering because
yeah, kept me out of problems. I was never in the news for any reason. So I believe that, by being busy and using your time wisely, or we have a saying in Jamaica that the devil finds work for idle hands.
the devil
uh,
finds work for idle hands. I love that.
yes.
Make sure you type that, Mackenzie. The
you know
Jamaican saying is the devil finds work for idle hands. So
yes, yes,
you
yes.
don't have time to be what in the world, you don't have time to be being mischievous and stuff if you busy, right?
Yeah, that's
You want to get
exactly.
up your business.
Exactly.
Wow, that's
And
good.
so, I was, so I encourage young people to stay busy doing positive things and work on things that you actually like. So even if it comes down to playing games, because I know that's a
That's
lot of
it
young
right
people,
now.
that's what
So
they do right now. They play games and do other things. But if that's what it means to be busy and stay away from certain groups or a certain crowd, then by all means, I also encourage for them to be diverse as well. Don't just spend your entire life, your entire day playing games or on the tube. But be do some other activities. There are so many things that can be done in outdoors. And so I encourage other activities, but staying active and staying busy and utilize your time positively. And I believe that is one good way to stay focused and to stay um one you can easily say this too, to stay alive, just, because you find yourself, you can be even in the right place, to be honest, and it's things just happen because we know the situation that we just experienced with Brianna. So but my absolute advice and best way to go about being youthful is just to stay busy, man. Stay busy, and do some good work.
I love how you say stay busy, but you don't just say stay busy. You say stay busy, man. Stay busy, man. What makes you say what makes you say man at the end of everything?
That's actually just, I don't know. That's how Jamaicans talk generally.
I
It's
love
like,
it.
it's
I love
almost
it.
like everything can end. Anything you say can end with man. Wagwan, man. Everything good, man.
Everything good, man.
You know.
Pray for me, man. Seriously,
Yeah,
pray
man.
for me.
Pray for me, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a joy to have you on. Listen, everybody,
Thank you.
we're going to do a flash round. So if you have questions, have comments, shout outs, make sure you go ahead and start typing those. And then that'll give Sunday an opportunity to answer your specific questions on today's show. Today's episode is sponsored by Start My Trucking Company. And Start My Trucking Company is a trucking company in almost like in a box. It's everything you need to know to be able to, from A to Z, start your own trucking company from scratch. It's a company that teaches you the ins and outs of how to actually develop a trucking business plan. You learn all about the trucking industry. If you're interested in like international routes, you'll learn about that as well. How to have a call center, all kinds of things that are involved with starting a trucking company from scratch. The founder and CEO has over 30 years of experience. And actually, he came over from Cameroon and was a judo expert, but he's actually started and has become extremely profitable in the trucking industry. If you want to reach out, you can reach out at 214-699-5009, or you can also email info@startmytruckingcompany.com. When you do email them, info@startmytruckingcompany.com, or if you call 214-699-5009, let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show did refer you over to them. All right. If you haven't subscribed to the Kim Jacobs Show, can y'all take a moment, not right in the middle of the broadcast, but can y'all take a moment and subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show? It's right on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to all, and you will get alerted when the Kim Jacobs Show is on the air. So please make sure you take a moment to do that today and tell your friends as well. Okay, so Sone, now you're singing. You are doing this thing. You're here in Florida. First of all, why Florida? What made you go to Florida versus California or to, New York? Why Florida?
That was easy. That's because my aunt was here and I came here to go to college actually.
Okay.
So that's why I ended up here. Yeah.
And so you're doing well in Florida, even with your music career, or do you feel like you missed out for not being in some of these?
Not at all. Florida is a great hub. Florida is a great hub for Caribbean music, and it doesn't matter where you are nowadays. The internet and the digital platforms, kind of broke all those barriers, and so we're able to distribute our music all over the world. We're able to perform all over the world, even being in a remote location like in Florida. And so right now many people are seeing this live that we're doing now. People in Jamaica are watching, people in Canada are watching, people in New York watching, and so on. So, it's a blessing, this internet platform that we have here, so it's not a problem at all.
Okay. Well, some people are chiming in for the flash round. So this is our virtual studio audience, and they get a chance during the middle of the show to be able to ask questions, send shout outs. They invite more friends in, and everybody starts chiming in. So let's go ahead and see what some of the studio audience comments are. Cool. What does that say? That word? Say it.
Cool, no man.
Okay, y'all gonna have me up here saying, I'm like,
cool, no man.
Cool, new man.
No,
like, that's like them Bologna. It's like, no, that's not how you say that, Kim. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, say it again.
No. Cool, no man. Cool, no man.
What does it mean?
Just easy, no man. Like it's almost like saying, all right, everything good. Cool.
Oh, so it's like hang loose. It's like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, they put that man. There it is. Cool.
Exactly. And there's another friend of mine. Another of my bona fide friends are again from Rocky Point.
Okay, so that's that 876.
Yeah, that's 876 again.
See, y'all, I'm telling you, that's what you got to rep. You got to rep your area code, because I'm 757, and that's Newport News, Virginia. But well, now I'm 704 because I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Anyway, 876 in Rocky Point, Jamaica. Yeah. Y'all are representing Coolnaman.
Yeah,
so
you got it. You got it.
Right there. They'll be like, oh, she's from Jamaica. No, from Newport News, Virginia. All right, let's see what some of the other comments are. Oh, Veronica. Hey, Veronica. She was my guest yesterday. So if you haven't seen that episode, make sure you guys go and check it out. This is a woman, first African-American female to own her own broadcasting network, and OMG, if you haven't checked out STGN, make sure you do that. The Scent Television Network. You want to go ahead and get on and see STGN and all of the shows that they offer. And she was a great guest yesterday. I needed her energy too, like I need yours today. So thank you, Veronica.
Yeah, let Veronica know that we need to talk.
Yes, so definitely she would, I'm sure, be interested in talking to you. What part of Florida are you in?
I'm in Broward County, Margate, actually. The
Okay.
city of Margate, yes.
And Veronica, don't you just love his personality? And he's like, hey, he's just like, hey, man, hey, it's all good, man.
It's a Irie vibes, man. You just gotta be Irie, you know.
I love it. I love the
Yeah.
diversity here on my show. Thanks to guests like you, because the whole point of the Kim Jacobs Show is, again, to provide real, relevant, and relatable content as you balance some different aspect of your life. And so here we have, for those that are just joining, we have Mr. Sone. He's here talking to us about his journey of just how to overcome. And he's going to be talking more about that throughout the rest of the show. Delroy, God bless the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you, Delroy. God would bless it even more if you give me some more subscribers. Can you go do that, Delroy? Delroy, can you go tell people to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show on YouTube and turn on those notifications so then I can get, accounted for all of my viewers? Because I have this is being shown on 8 different platforms. But if y'all could all go and subscribe to YouTube, that would help. Okay? Let's see. Oh, cool, man. Y'all must say that all day. And you know how you don't want to stereotype an area. Like, y'all just say that everywhere y'all walking down the street, like cool, man. Hey, cool, man. Do women say that too, or is it just men?
Yeah, everybody say that. Yeah, everybody say
Everybody?
that. Yeah.
So you walking down the street and if you so the ladies, how do they say it cuter, cool, man? What what's happening to me? They don't, the women do not say hey, kunama. They don't do that. No. So how does a woman, I'm a woman, so what I say, kunaman. Kunaman.
All right. So there are several derivatives of that quote there, kunaman. Because it's basically, just saying, somebody can say hello to you and you can respond with cool naman.
Okay. So it's like, hey, hello. Cool naman.
Yeah. So it can be used in very, very, very different ways too.
Oh, it means take it easy.
Yeah. So just easy and so he's bringing another one up. So it's like it. Yeah, it's just an easy breezy thing to say and to chime in with a conversation with so
I love it.
Hey Delora, make sure you go and subscribe to the channel. Yeah.
Oh no, that's just funny. He says Sister Kim though. That's funny to him, Sister Kim. Because first, I guess you say Sister Kim. Okay, yeah, y'all are killing me on this thing. All right, so. What is one of the most difficult things you've had to overcome, Sone, as we talk about today being a show about overcoming?
Yes, so that one is a hard hitter.
We can go as deep as you want to go or as surface. I tell everybody you don't have to go any deeper than you want to. Some people go all the way, and that's
I mean, I because I'm also a minister, I can't be afraid to show, vulnerabilities as well. So as far as, one of the hardest things I had to overcome, I think it's basically landing here, having my dream, my goal to go back to finish my college. I came here to go to college. So I came here, and for, I would say, about 8 years, I was unable to do anything or most of the things that I really wanted to do for coming and coming here. Coming here, it changed my life significantly. And the reason is because I was living a particular, lifestyle in Jamaica. I was in a state, in a cocoon state almost,
Right.
I was being protected by almost everyone around me. And, I came here and so it's almost as though I was not, I was not developed the how I should have been at the stage where I was, because I was constantly being protected by everyone around me. And so I came here, and it was vastly different. I
Mhm.
realized at that point that and it was correct too, because I needed to, grow up and realize that, I needed to become a man,
But you were
and
12, right?
no, I came here when I was 18.
Oh, when you were 18. Okay.
So I got saved when I was 12. I
You
was
got
still in
saved when
Jamaica
you
when
were
I got,
12.
yeah,
So you came here to
yeah,
high school and
yes,
okay, go ahead.
yes. So when it was one of those situations where I had to, really start, digging in, and, overcoming, all of that spoiled and built up spoiled way of, growing up, and thinking that everything is going to be handed
Yeah.
over to me, and things are going to be, just peachy as how I had them when I was in Jamaica.
Right.
I told, I've said this before, that, I've never worked when I was in Jamaica, not once. The
Mm,
only thing I ever did when I was living in Jamaica was wake up, play football, chat with my friends, hang out late at night, sleep, and repeat the same thing again. Go to church, and that was it.
right.
So, flip that to when I came here, vastly different. I had to work. One, I even had a job at one point where I was working on the roof, and that was like so terrible, because the sun here is so hot in
You're
Florida
like, I'm a
already.
singer. I
And
come from love and being spoiled, and now I'm sitting on top of a roof and
it
getting
was
calluses
terrible.
on my hands.
So I had to grow, and I had to grow really, really, really grow, and really fast too, really fast, and realize that, this is not about being a child anymore. You're not gonna be protected by your father, your mother, or your grandmother anymore. This is time to grow up and be a man, and to, start, maturing, and becoming someone. And so, even though I was faced with those adversities, I wasn't able to really work during those years as well. I wasn't able to, do a lot of things. I was restricted by my status, essentially.
Hmm.
Couldn't do a lot of things, and so therefore, it was so challenging, very, very, very challenging in a lot of ways, and I had to, just overcome, all of that, being that spoiled person, at coming here, expecting everything to be handed to me. We have a saying as well that, some folks are born with gold spoon in their mouth,
Mm.
and so, I was a type of person like that, where, things were just handed to me, when I was growing up, and then, things changed drastically, and I think that was, up to this date, I think that has been one of the toughest hurdle for me, but it was good for me, though. I'm
Right.
not complaining at all. It was
Necessary,
was,
but it
was
was over.
very necessary,
Right.
very, very necessary, because I can't imagine. I mean, at this point, when I talk to some of my friends, even Delroy and Leonard, who chimed in earlier, and some of my other friends, they can't believe, and they're surprised, who I am and what I am able to do right now, because nobody expected, this Sonny, this Sonny is a different, Sonny than
Right.
what they saw or experienced when I was back in Jamaica, because
Right.
I had to just change drastically for the better, and so I thank God even for that experience.
That's good. That's good. Good advice. So even young men that are coming from wherever, whether they had the gold spoon in their mouth or they've come from impoverished means or whatever, when it's time to become a man, what is your takeaway point for to be your advice to give to them that would inspire them to know that they can make it, even if they don't look like they can at this phase of being 18. 18 is not
Yeah.
like much of a man yet.
Yeah.
But if you are in a situation where you're out there, how do
Hmm.
you encourage people that's in those situations?
Yeah, I've always used this thought too, because I know that it is not how you start out, in life. And a lot of people, got great starts, and off to a good start. And then because they got off to such a good start, they thought that life would be that way consistently, continually, or they would be provided for all along the way. And you know, there are times when those protections and those persons who were, basically keeping you in that incubator,
Right.
being removed through whatever means, and then you have to stand on your own. And then sometimes those people find it very difficult. And then you have others who got off to a rough start and understood that it takes hard work, to be somebody and to become something in life. And then you find that a lot of times those folks handle even other stressful or negating issues better than others. But I would say that each person has to look at their situation and determine what they want in life and have a goal, even a small goal, a small short-term goal, and one long-term goal, even if it's just one long-term goal and one or two short-term goals. I believe that those things will help and propel you to keep pushing, keep pressing, on, and not give up that easily. And the good Lord, the good Lord knows when to have somebody come in and to be a blessing to you, so that you can stay encouraged, so that you don't completely forsake the dreams that you have, because he needs something to work with. He
That's
needs for you. He needs for you to have a dream, a desire, something that he can work with, where he can have somebody else come in and say, "Hey, man, listen, things might not be going well now, but
right.
keep pressing, keep trying." Or even if it's somebody to give you a $50 to get through a day or whatever it is, he knows when to hit the buttons for help to come in, but he also wants you to understand that you need to realize, that you need to have certain goals and certain dreams so you can press towards them.
I
So I
love
believe
it.
that is important.
I love it. You know what? You're saying a lot of things that Les Brown often teaches as well. He's an international motivational speaker. He says you have to have, he's on top motivational speakers in the world, but he often talks about the fact that, if you shoot for the stars, you still, even if you fall amongst the moon or something, you still can get to your goals if you just
Yes.
attempt to do something. And even if it's hard, then do it hard, because
Hmm.
it's like you can't just let life happen to you and you don't accomplish your goals and your dreams. And believe it or not, typically he often talks about like how is just not our business. No matter
Hmm.
if we just give God something to work with and say, okay, here, I'm putting it out here. Here's my gifts. Here's my talent. This is what I do. This is what I bring to the world,
Hmm.
the atmosphere. Now we need to let God intervene and do some things to be able to say, how is not my business. You
Yep.
got me, you're gonna help me, and
Yep.
we're gonna
Yep.
work this thing together. And that's kind of along the lines of what you're sharing, which is so inspiring. Now, how can people stay in touch with you, Sone?
Okay. So I'm on Instagram. My Instagram handle is _SONE_G. I actually lost my first Instagram account. I had over 10,000 followers and 13,000 followers, and then I lost my account, and now I have to be rebuilding. So
Oh, wow.
so I'm rebuilding with this new one now, _SONE_G on Instagram. And also I'm on Facebook at Sone music with a K at the end. So
Oh,
SONEMUSIK on Facebook. And I'm on
SONEK.
SONEMUSIK. So Sone Music on Facebook.
Okay.
And
So,
on Insta and on Twitter, it's Sone SONE official underscore Sone official on Twitter.
okay.
Oh, by the way, I every time I keep forgetting this, my website is soneministries.live. And if persons go to my website and they sign up for my newsletter, they will receive a free copy of one of my favorite songs, Purpose. So if you go to my website, soneministries.live, and sign up for the newsletter, you will get a free copy of free MP3 copy of one of my songs.
All right. Really good. So listen, guys, you all don't have any reason not to stay connected with Sone. Here is some of his contact information, soneministries.live. If you go there, you'll get a free download of the song Purpose. I definitely want you guys, it's a lot of people chiming in. Let me go to a couple more comments here. Blessed up, great coach. Ajakul says, bless up, Leonard, great coach.
Yeah, that he's saying bless up to my other friend Leonard, who commented earlier.
y'all got. I'm like, who? Somebody tell me what's happening, y'all.
Yeah. So this is Alo. We call him Alo J. He's a brother of mine. You know.
Oh, that's funny because guess what? You'd have to do a whole training like on the Jamaican culture for me before I go. I've been to the Bahamas and everything. I love the Caribbean, but I haven't been to Jamaica, and I'm definitely going to Jamaica.
Oh, you need to go to Jamaica.
I want to go to Jamaica, so please make sure I get to Jamaica. So I can, like, Kulamon.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm coming to Jamaica. Y'all make sure I get to Jamaica some kind of way. Speaking engagement, talking to some women, do something. Okay, let's see.
Indeed.
Bender's football, Malcolm. What does that mean?
So yeah, he's commenting also on what Leonard said earlier. So he's just saying true, as in truth. It's truth.
It's not too far off as far as being able to have some similarities. Like, because we say true that, back in.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he's saying.
So back in Newport News, and I'm going back to my roots, people be like, I didn't even know Kim said true that. The truth. Are you saying the truth to that? No, I'm saying true that. Yeah. Okay. So true is what I Loads of Cool is saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Same thing here.
Yes. Somebody said, him surprise me. What does that mean?
So he's just agreeing with what I said earlier when I was talking about some of my friends being surprised at who I became, once I came here. So he's saying for real, he surprised me. So
yeah, so y'all are really close, and this is good. So y'all are just like having a serious bonding moment right here on the Kim. What's happening?
Yeah.
Even though somebody should have told me before we went live, I would be able to know all of the terminology. But okay, so this is good. So for real.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's exactly what it's saying. Yeah.
Congratulations. Laugh out loud. Allergical. Alo.
Yeah, that's the other friend's name. So Alo J Cool, that's his name.
Good. Thank you all so much for being on today too. Let's see. Leonard says we are really proud of you, brother. And that's brother. Hey.
Yeah, you got it.
I know that. Okay, God is good. Yes. This is really great information and great teamwork and checking in. Sone, big up yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Really great. And then June said good morning. Okay, June. I know what that means. Good morning.
Good morning, June.
Hey, I know what that means. Okay.
If I was responding to her rather in our colloquial language or dialect, I would say wagwan. You should try that rather. Wagwan is like, or the if you're gonna know any one thing in Jamaica, in patois, we call it patois. You should know this one, wagwan.
Wagwan.
Yeah, if you know that, you don't need to know anything else.
What
wagwan.
Does that mean? Tell me.
What's up?
Oh, I can do that all day. I'm telling y'all, when I land in Jamaica, I'm gonna say wagwan.
Yeah.
Kulamon.
Yeah.
I'm ready now. That's it. When I get there, I'm like,
I think you're ready.
Kulamon, wagwan.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yes, she's right at home. And then especially if I come when you're doing your music or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm right. I'm with Sone.
Yeah, exactly.
876. That's who I am. Kulama. They'll be like, what is going on? She's like doing too much. They'll be like really, really concerned. They'll be like, put her back over and in Charlotte. Big up the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you so much, Leonard. Thank you. Can't wait for you to come to Jamaica. Yes, I'm sure everybody y'all gonna take great care of me out in Jamaica. Thank you so much. Now, Sone, I want to make sure people get a chance to hear your release, and so I'm going to take you guys to his Spotify page and let you hear the song that Sone, and they'll still be able to see us, Sone, but I want to go. What made you choose the song Overcome? Tell us.
Okay. So that song is very interesting, actually, and one of my favorite songs, one of the songs that probably have the most meaning to me, because of where it came from and the inspiration behind it as well. And I have to go back to 1964 to pull on a song done by Sam Cooke, and Sam Cooke sang about change. Remember that song?
Yes,
Change
and that's the
come.
vibe I get when I heard your song Overcome.
Yes.
Wow.
And so even the cover for the song, you can see that it's exactly the same as Sam Cooke's, where he was just sitting down so everything is modeled after that song. Wow. And the reason why I did that was because the reason why he sang that song back in 1964 is because some of the same issues that we're facing today in 2020 are some of the same issues he faced back in 1964. And the leaders of that time, Martin Luther, and some of those other guys during that time, they were preaching the same message that we're preaching now, asking for the same set of things that we're asking for now as Black and minority people.
Wow.
And so he wanted to see, or was hoping for a time when change was gonna come in our society. And so I looked at it and with in light of everything that is taking place, and with the movements that are out there now, I felt that Overcome was an appropriate way to go about it. Look at it, as people of faith, we always have to look at the brighter side of things, and I believe that we will overcome and we shall overcome, and therefore I was inspired to put that into writing, put it into a song, and so power to the people, we shall overcome.
Yes, y'all listen, make sure you all stay connected with Sone, and here's how you can do that through soneministries.live. You'll get a download. You hear from his heart and his passion pertaining to the song of Overcome. Instead of, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I am going to just remove us for 1 second from the screen, because I definitely want you all to see a couple of things. Don't disconnect. We have a couple of things still lined up for you, but let me remove you. Stay here, Sone. And off next week, I will not be on the show. So just so you guys know that, a full week of reprieve, unplugging for a minute. So I'll be back October 12th week with a whole new lineup of shows for you guys. Okay. But tomorrow's guest, because I'm still going to finish out this week, and I thank you, Sone, for being on today. Because,
absolutely.
You don't understand. I was like, I have all of these guests lined up. I don't want to disappoint my guests or my audience. So thank you for being here, and it made a huge.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And so tomorrow I have a young man that's going to be on, and he's the author of Get the HELL Out of Your Own Way. And he'll be talking from that perspective. The book is what he's authored, and he'll be sharing his views on that topic tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. And then we have on Friday is Freestyle Friday. So if you have not been a part of the Freestyle Friday, that's when you get a chance to talk about any topics that matter most to you. So go ahead and email, text, inbox. Just let me know what topics you want to talk about, and we'll cover those on Friday. And then the final thing I'll tell you, because we're going to go out on this music of Sone. So I'm going to tell you guys that you can definitely be a part of the Quest Church prayer line, and that's 978-990-5000. Access code is 322083, and it's Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:30. Prayer is happening Monday through Friday, 12 to 12:30 with Quest Church, and praying for all that's happening in our society. And there's a lot happening in our society. What is Sister Kim, though? She's so funny. I like her. God bless you again, Sister. I think Delroy laughed at me. I don't know if he laughing with me.
He's laughing with you.
He's like, I'm laughing at you. And
He's
you already
laughing with
laughing
you.
your face, so that means he really laughing.
No, he's laughing with you. They love you.
Okay, Delroy, I'm hoping you. Okay. Thank you so much. So let's take a listen to. Do you have any closing comments before we take a listen?
I would like, I'd just like to say, how appreciative I am for having me on this platform. I'm really grateful, and it's exciting when, you have persons in your capacity who's bringing, all of these different people from different backgrounds together in one location. And so, I just want to say that, I appreciate you. Yeah, and so, as you expand and as your territories expand, just know that is, what God is intended for you as well, because he wants you to prosper. He wants you to be in good health. And I understand what you're dealing with even right now with the passing of your friend. But I just wanted to let you know that, the Father is still in control,
Oh,
and he still will take care of you no matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter what come upon you, he will make you strong, and he will make you stronger and stronger, and he will keep you. And so I just want to say thank you again, and how appreciative I am of you, and what you've allowed me to bring even this morning to your audience. And so I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sone. Thank you. Guys, we're going to go to the after party. So once we finish here, if you ever want to be a part of the after party, you can become a Patreon member. It's patreon.com/The Kim Jacobs Show. That's when people go backstage and drop some after party content that's only exclusive to the Patreon members. And make sure you guys subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mackenzie in the back office that's typing today. Let me put that comment up that Sone made, which I really do love. Thank you for capturing that, Mackenzie. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you go through. God will bring you through it. So thank you for that comment. So let's go to end on a very positive note here of Overcome by Sone. Go get your copy of it on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere that there is a download. All you have to do is search Sone, and here's what you're going to hear, this wonderful sound. Wow. Sone, that's incredible. We shall
Thank you.
overcome. Thank you for being my guest today. Thank you all for tuning in, and God bless you, and see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m.
All right. God bless.
You stay on, Sone.